Hey, welcome to our Monday night show, you guys.
First of all, thank you all for being here as well. My name is Rachel Harrison. I'm an adult program Kathryn Kauffman. Miss Kathryn Kauffman, all the way from Lexington, joining us here tonight.
Shout out to Roberta Coffee over here on Instagram and Fjorn Woods. This is a Monday night show where we discover what and who we are in this journey called life. Now, tonight, what we're going to talk about is how to incubate a dream. And I know that's probably going to be something new to a lot of people. Special shout out to Taya Moore over here on Facebook. Good to see you for today. I hope you guys are having a really good Monday. It has been a beautiful Monday here in Kentucky. It has been sunny and cool, not too hot, and we currently have the windows open. Couple of housekeeping things. Last Tuesday, I did the Advanced Psychic Protection webinar. You can still get the information if you want it. You can still buy the downloadable PDF and the link to the recorded webinar video, and it has all the information that you need. So if you want that, just direct message me or message me here on Facebook that you would like the information. It's only $30 for both things, and that can really get you ahead on what to do when smudging and having the priest out to your property doesn't work. Because usually when those two things don't work, guess who they call? So we've been working with some new techniques that are really working out really well, I have to say. And so I'd like to share that with you if you need that. And it's just $30. That's not a whole lot. So yeah. Hey to Joy Hall over here on Instagram as Psychic Angel and PHMJR69. Good to see you guys here tonight. Also, if you guys over here on Instagram have any questions, I'll try to watch the feed and answer your questions. Special shout out to Barbara Bacon and Crystal Crazy over here on Facebook and Christy Osborne Glass. Good to see you guys. Lovely Monday, like I was saying. Tonight, we're going to talk about how to incubate a dream and why you should even want to. I mean, the first thing is, why do we even want to go there? So in my sessions with people, I try to explain the importance of communicating with your own subconscious. It is extremely important. Why? Because your subconscious holds a plethora of information that on a normal basis you don't have access to. So Marshall says the video is choppy. Shout out to Pamela Downey too. Those of you that have joined on Facebook, let me know in the comments if you feel like the feed is choppy for you. And I'll ask you guys over here on Instagram to do the same. See if you feel like the feed is choppy or the stream is choppy. Special shout out to Tia. I hope things are going okay. And Kentucky or KYGS Rider. Good to see you guys. And Moonshine 1962. Yay. Yeah, so those of you on Facebook, let me know if you feel like the feed is choppy or you're having trouble with the audio or anything like that. Okay, so why do we want to communicate with our subconscious? Because it filters in excess of 50,000 more bits of data per second than your conscious mind. So that's an enormous amount of information that on a daily basis you don't have access to. Now, when you dream at night, that's sort of connecting with your subconscious, and it's allowing some information to flow from the subconscious in dreams and such. So let's see over here. Dana says this video and sound are good. Taya, video and sound are good. Laura, clear here. And Mary Bida. Hey, Mary, good to see you from Indiana. Special shout out to Indiana. So, Marshall, you may want to clear your memory on your phone, like clear out your feed and your cache, and maybe restart your phone. That might help. Okay, I hope it does anyway. So, incubating a dream is a specific technique that we use to try to get answers or inspiration or some kind of direction from your own subconscious mind. So Patty Ann says that she very seldom dreams. There's a technique that you can use, Patty Ann, to train yourself to remember your dreams. And you're going to have to do that in order to do the dream incubation. So let me tell you what I do is before you go to bed, you're going to sit on the side of the bed for a few minutes and really focus on the thought of recalling the dream in the middle of the night. And I like to put a pad of paper and a pen beside the bed. And I like to, when you're first starting, you'll want to set your alarm for 2 a.m. and then wake yourself up at 2 a.m. And whatever you're dreaming about at that moment, you're going to jot some notes really quick down on your pad of paper and then go back to sleep. And so that is a basic way to train yourself for dream recall, but it's really important to sit there on the edge of the bed and really program yourself to remember. And you're going to like repeat to yourself, or this is what I do. I will remember my dreams and wake up at 2 a.m. and write them down, and I will recall everything. So it's training yourself to remember your dreams. So let me check for questions. Thank you, Moonshine. I'm glad that the feed is not choppy. This tablet has been acting up the last 2 Mondays, and I had to switch to the phone, but thank God it's working tonight. So okay, back to dream incubation. Why do we even want to do it? So just like training yourself to remember your dreams, when you do a dream incubation, what you're doing is you're taking a problem or some kind of want or need to your dreams to incubate them in the dreams, this concern or problem or whatever is going on, in order to extract information from the subconscious. So when we do a dream incubation, we request a dream on a particular topic or a problem for which what we're trying to do is solicit a solution or some kind of creative ideas from the dream world of the subconscious. Okay, so here's a famous quote by St. Thomas Aquinas. And he said, those things that have occupied a man's thoughts and affections while awake recur to his imagination while asleep. So the things that you're going through on a daily basis, the concerns, the problems, and all that, those are things that come through in the dream state. So let me check for questions over here. Special shout out to Ina Thompson. Good to see you. Patty Ann wants to know, is it possible to not be a dreamer? So one thing to make sure of, Patty Ann, is to get a sleep study because certain brain waves are the brain waves that you have when you dream, and they can definitely tell which brainwave that you're in during your sleep phase, and they can definitely tell you whether or not you're in the brainwaves for dreaming. And they used to record the sessions. They don't do that anymore because it's so common for a person to get a sleep study now that they give you the monitoring equipment and you do it at home a lot of times. But in the old days, I'm aging myself here, in the old days when they first started doing sleep studies, they would record the person and you could see the rapid eye movement of a person dreaming. So it's not likely that you're not a dreamer, Patty Ann, but I'm not ruling it out. I mean, you may not stay in that brainwave long enough to remember or capture the dream, or you just may not be recalling it, which is usually people who don't train themselves to recall the dream. It's either readily, very quickly forgotten when they wake up, or they've already sort of forgotten it by the time that twilight sleep is happening and they're waking up. So Taya says, are dreams a sign of things to come? Yes, they can be, and those are called precognitive dreams, Taya. My opinion on that, though, is, when we did the show about time and our conception of time, and we know now that time is not a linear thing, it's more like a location in space time. A lot of precognitive dreams, I think, have already happened, and it's just that the subconscious is connecting with those things during sleep. So Melissa says, everyone seems to be having vivid dreams this week. Yes, Melissa, you're right. And I think one of the biggest reasons why is we're rapidly approaching the next, I think it's a new moon because we're in waning phase right now. So the new moon could be producing a lot of vivid dreams right now. Shout out to Donna K. Hall Turner and Dawn Reynolds. Dawn says, I have many little dreams, kind of like movie trailers. So are you really connecting with the meaning of those dreams, Dawn? Like, do you do an analysis of what your dreams are trying to tell you? Because analyzing your dreams is one of the biggest self-help tools, and so is this dream incubation. Because let's say you're having a problem with stress. Oh, these days, can you imagine having a problem with stress? But let's say you're having a problem with stress and you want to incubate a dream on some solutions for you that are right to help you with that stress. Now, during the day, when your brain is preoccupied and it's in beta wave and it's functioning at a fast rate, it's not easy to get intuitive information through that would be helpful. But if you were to incubate a dream on solutions to address your stress or to help guide you through your stress, if you were to incubate a dream on that and ask your subconscious through a dream to show you some things that would work for you or that are comfortable for you to help you with your current stress. That's a perfect example of why you would want to incubate a dream, is you're trying to pull information out of the subconscious to help you out with a situation, with a problem, or maybe to fill in the gaps on some creativity. Maybe you're an artist and you're experiencing a block of sorts and you need to get past that block and get some inspiration. These are all things that you can do with dream incubation that really can help out. And I feel like the most beneficial thing about dream incubation is the fact that there are solutions to the problems that you're experiencing in life that are locked away in your subconscious that could really help you. And this is another step that's easy to do to pull those solutions out for you to have access to. Okay, let me check for questions here. So I'm going to say hi to Sherry over here on Instagram. That's a big, long name, and I'm just getting Sherry off at the end of it. I hope you're doing okay this Monday night. Thanks for joining us here. Okay, so here's the way that we want to do the dream interpretation and dream incubation. And if you have any questions about it as I go through it, just let me know. So the first thing is you want to develop a phrase for your incubation. And it's like a very simple sentence that you're going to use right before you go to bed. And it needs to be as few words as possible so that it can be a concentrated energy effort. So let's say you're having trouble with your health. One simple sentence to use is, show me things that will help my health. Okay. That doesn't need change. It needs to be the same simple sentence that you use every night before you go to bed. You can either use a question or a statement like, what kinds of things should I do to help my health? Or, I want to be healthier. I need things to help with those solutions. So, simple sentence, you can either use a statement or fashion it into a question. Now, you need to express the incubation in different words on different nights. Like, one style of wording might be more effective than another. So, what that means is, let's say you use one statement. What can I do to feel healthier? What can I do to improve my health? Okay. Let's say, what can I do to improve my health? That's the statement or question. And you do that for several nights and you don't have any solutions that come through in your dream incubation. That's when you're going to want to vary it with another statement saying, I want to be healthier. Show me things I can do for this. Maybe that statement will trigger a stronger response from your subconscious than the first statement. So try the first statement for several nights in a row. And if it doesn't work, go to the second statement and see if it doesn't trigger a response from your subconscious, because we don't know how your subconscious is responding to you. Maybe other words will be better at triggering a response rather than the ones that you used the first time. Okay. Incubate just one topic at a time, not several, because we want to be consistent in giving your subconscious a chance to respond. And if you throw too many things at it, you're not going to get any significant response, and it's not going to work real well for you. So let's see. Dawn says, I think they are so random with people I don't even know. I'm going to try to focus on it. Oh, yeah, sure. So Marshall says, I keep dreaming about sex, but I always get interrupted, and it's always by my mom. Well, Marshall, maybe it's time to move out. I don't know. Maybe you need your own place, honey. Special shout out to Melissa Begley and her sidekick, Miss Cleo. You can catch this on the rewind, Melissa. I'm just checking for questions over here. Okay. The next thing that you need to do after you get your statement down is when you repeat the incubation phrase, you need to feel the emotion that's connected to it. So let's take the health thing, for example. If my statement is, how can I improve let's say, how can I improve my health? That's the statement or question. Okay, we need to attach an emotion to that. So, and it needs to be heart centered. And what this is doing is sort of connecting with that heart math method that we talked about several videos ago. And I probably will just do a video just on the heart math method here shortly. But if we connect an emotion to the statement, that taps into the heart's energy. And remember, your heart's energy is like 10,000 times stronger than the brain. So connecting that emotion to the statement is actually going to connect with the subconscious better. Because remember, your subconscious communicates two ways. The first way is through visual images, and that's why we dream in pictures and not sounds. The second way is through emotions or feelings. So if we attach an emotion to that, that's in the language that the subconscious can communicate with and understand. So we're using those languages of the subconscious. Now, if you hear sounds in a dream or someone talking, most likely that's a visitation, not a regular dream. Regular dreams don't normally have sounds or talking, but visitations quite frequently do. And I do have a video on dream visitations. It's way back in the feed. It's a really old one, and I think we're going to revisit that one this summer probably, because there's a lot more information on visitations from spirit now than there used to be when I first did the video. So the next thing that you're going to do is to visualize the desired dream. So you're communicating in the language of the subconscious, which is visual images. So you're going to visualize what you feel like the dream is going to be like. And that's laying down kind of a map for your subconscious to go by. You can also visualize yourself in the morning having the memory of the incubated dream or recalling the incubated dream. And the visualization can go even a step further. Let's say we're doing the statement on I want to be healthier. So part of my visualization might be looking at myself and as a younger, healthier person, and connecting with that emotion of how I felt then. And so that really compounds the communication with your subconscious and creates a bigger tie between you and the subconscious to pull that incubated dream back out. So, looking at old letters or old pictures, listening to an old recording, uh, anything like that, old scents, texture of hair, or maybe even old clothing can trigger that connection with the subconscious, and that can really help your dream incubation. Another thing that you'll want to do is to repeat your phrase for the incubated dream 5 or 6 times a day. Okay, that really kind of sets it in concrete in that subconscious. And every time we reiterate it, we're increasing the probability that the incubation will be successful and you will get the information that you need. Try to be relaxed while you're doing incubation. The more you pressure yourself, the more counterintuitive that is going to be. So, if you need to drink a little bourbon or wine to be relaxed, I give you permission to do that. We want you to be in a right hemisphere state of mind. Okay. Sometimes, the meditation videos while you're doing your dream incubation and you're programming right before you go to bed, that's probably a great idea to do. Don't forget to connect the emotion to it, because we really want to activate that heart math method and connect with that. Here's another thing. Be certain you want to know the answer, because your conscious mind can argue with the subconscious and suppress the answer or change it. So be careful what you wish for. If you really want to know the answer, don't fashion the answer into something that you want to hear. Be honest and open with yourself and your subconscious that you truly want the honest answer and that you will accept it. Okay. Shout out to Sandra Lee Small. Good to see you here tonight. Okay, you want to repeat this incubation just before you go to bed. And remember, don't forget to do it the 5 or 6 times during the day. Ask your subconscious mind to fulfill the incubation and help you remember, and most of all, help you interpret the results. Search for the solution in your dream interpretation. So you probably need to get a dream interpretation dictionary. I use Rosemary Ellen Guiley's Dream Dictionary. I think it's one of the best ones. It's very simple, but it just goes over the basic stuff, and it tells you more about how to interpret rather than giving you all of the things already interpreted. Because I think it's more valuable to teach you how to interpret in the context of the dream, because not everybody's going to interpret the same symbols identically. If you grow up in different societies, your interpretation of different dreams is going to vary. For example, in Western society, the symbol of an owl can mean wisdom, mystery, and that kind of thing. But if you grew up in a Native American tribe, the symbol of an owl might be more ominous, that someone is trying to do magic on you or something like that. So kind of be aware of how to interpret rather than what everything means in the book. So that little book on Dream Dictionary by Rosemary Ellen Guiley is a really good one to get. And you can get that for like a couple dollars off of Amazon. So when you awaken, try to recall your dream and explore them for feelings and symbology. The symbolic images might refer to the incubated topic. So you kind of need to know how to interpret the symbols. Analyze the response to your incubated question. And be patient because trying to communicate with your subconscious is not an easy feat. And it is going to take repetitive efforts to do this. This is not something that can just be done in one night. Although I have seen people who already work with their dreams be able to do this in one night. But it's not an everyday thing that occurs. Usually it's a few days after you do your request that your subconscious comes up symbolically with the answer. And you're going to have to do it every single night for those few days to get the answer. But this is a really handy way to access information and to get your own solutions, your own creative ideas to help you out. This is a big self-help tool, people. So go ahead and try this out. Let me know in the comments. Come back and message me and let me know if you have any luck with this. And I will be waiting to find out. Okay, that's all we have for tonight. You guys have a fabulous week. I will see everybody on Friday for Fun Friday, and then again next Monday for another Monday Night Live in Lexington. Until then, kisses from Kentucky, and I will see you next week.